Welcome to the Patch Podcast, the place where sports, recreation, and entertainment collide. From the biggest headlines to the stories nobody else is talking about, this is the show that covers it all. Now, here's your host bringing the heat. Welcome to the Patch.
Hello and welcome everyone to episode 10 of the Patch Podcast alongside Danny, Rich, Bart, I am Moog. And today we have reached a milestone, gentlemen, of episode 10. How is everyone?
Doing good, Moog.
How are you?
So how's the weather over there in Missouri?
Weather over here has been rainy.
We had that last couple of days.
You had tornadoes last night, didn't you?
Well, it was in Metropolis, but we were in Metropolis when it was happening. They had like three.
Wow. Right back to back.
3 tornado warnings, I think, yesterday. So
Who is that voice?
Bart, tell us who the
I will
voice
tell
is.
you who that voice is. That is the man, Chris Dexter.
hi, guys.
He's our special guest. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I really like what you do.
No, I was
But,
just going to say that Chris Dexter available on Facebook and on X. If you haven't followed him before, we ask that you follow him now immediately. So as you're listening to this podcast, go out and follow Southern Illinois Sports with Chris Dexter.
Thank you.
I don't think I get on Facebook that I've not seen where you posted something
Yeah.
in the last 10 minutes, it seems like.
Yeah,
I mean, it'd be midnight.
I post a lot. I post a lot of stuff. I get, during the school year, I get so much stuff, and then now just trying to keep things going during the summer when it's slower.
So go ahead and tell us more about yourself, Chris.
Okay, yeah. I'm 38, about to turn 39. I live in Pulaski County, specifically close to Ulin. I'm outside the city limits. That's my hometown. I went to Century High School, graduated in 2005. I have a wife, 2 kids, and I love sports, and I love, including athletes from around the area. Yeah, I just started my page 2020 and never expected it to grow the way it did.
How many
So
followers
that's-
do you have now on Facebook?
I think we're at 66,500.
66,000.
Wow.
That is
Yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
man.
That is
Yeah.
fantastic. So you decided to just one day start a page on Facebook and just report out on sports. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I was doing it for a local school, my alma mater, and I was working there, but there was one point I was no longer working there, so I just decided to do it, more widespread than to just do it for one school, and that's kind of how we got started. And then COVID happened, so.
Yep. COVID actually did good for what we're doing now, podcast and broadcasting. It actually helped. If there's anything that good came out of that, it was this industry for sure. How many people go to school there at Century and live in Ullins? We're talking about what, 500?
Yeah,
town?
5. The thing on the census that I remember is 550. I think they count we got a jail right there in city limits. I think they count the inmates too, but it's about 550. I had a graduating class in 2005 at 35, and that was considered a big class at that point. And now, my wife works there. She's the guidance counselor. I think
Awesome.
I don't know, maybe had 15, 20 kids this year. And
Wow.
It's not a huge school at all.
So from 550, a town of 550 to
Yeah.
66,000 followers.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, man.
Thank you.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
And it's still growing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, you can't go anywhere that somebody doesn't know you.
Right. Yeah. I went to a Mexican restaurant yesterday, and everybody, I see people. I'm like, I get noticed more at Mexican restaurants than I do games. So,
Well, they're scared to come up to you at the game because they think you're working.
yeah. Well, it's okay. I'm not. I take myself serious, but I'm pretty personable.
Right.
So
And I can say this much. I got into doing some games a couple of years ago here at the high school.
yeah.
Last year, done a lot more
Okay.
on the broadcasting side.
Yeah.
We moved over to Thompsonville. What's the difference that you see going in? Because I'm envious of you. I mean, you got to see some of the best basketball. I'm a basketball fan,
Yeah,
so
me
I
too.
will talk more basketball than anything.
Okay.
You got to see some of the best high school basketball games there was last year.
Yes.
But I think, if I remember correctly, you missed one of the best ones because you had to work.
Well, I can't remember which one.
I think it's Goreville.
I couldn't go to the state games.
It's a state event. Yeah.
I had a big Caribbean cruise planned, and all my time at work was going to be utilized for that. So that is the thing. Having a real job outside of this, I'm very fortunate to have my job, but I couldn't go to like state and stuff like that. And it would be nice to do, but I also like to take my family on a summer vacation as well. So.
Oh yeah, well you have to take family's number one.
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing that we all talk about. Rich just got back here a couple weeks ago from Mickey Mouse Heaven.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Or as Moog likes to call it, Mickey Mouse Purgatory. I think that's what it is.
You know, both of us are basketball guys.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is the first time I've met Mr. Dexter. I mean, hey, I'm happy to get somebody I can talk basketball with.
Yeah. When you come from a small school like I did, I mean, we didn't have football. I mean, that's basketball's the passion. So yeah, I think I saw maybe 70 teams between boys and girls this year, like different teams. So
that's awesome.
That's really good basketball.
I
mean,
that's cool, man. Putting the miles on the car, aren't you?
Yeah, for sure. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is a lot of mileage on the car. You have a big fan following. Maybe you can get some folks to help you out, save you some money on some gas.
Yeah, I'm thinking about sponsors this year. I'm still kind of debating it since we're in the middle of summer, but I'm definitely thinking about that.
Definitely start early if you try to go that route.
Yeah,
go with a car dealership.
Okay,
drive their car.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Get it sponsored from a car dealership. Maybe get one of those magnets. Put it on the side of your car.
What is that? Lindenwood down there in Metropolis?
Linwood, yeah.
Linwood.
I don't know anybody there, but I'm sure I do. But I don't know that I know anybody there.
Probably get a hold of Elon. He can get you something.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if these guys follow you as close as I do. Because I mean, you pop up like on my Facebook feed. It's like everything is at Chris Southern Illinois Sports. Mm-hmm. Okay, what's he got now?
Same thing with Instagram.
Yeah.
What's he doing now? One of the funny things. Have you had any pizza lately?
I did go back to Pizza Villa for the first time on Father's Day since the pizza challenge. We went on our cruise the week after we did that pizza challenge, and I normally was eating pizza on cruises once a day, and I think I had it one time, and the pizza's really good. I was over it, and I love pizza, but it was. I don't know that I'll ever do a food challenge again of any kind. Definitely not pizza. So I can eat it. It's just I can't eat it in the 30 minutes that they allot. So
how big was that pizza?
I think it's like 4 of their largest. I don't remember. I think there was like 81 total pieces that you have to eat between in there, and it's thicker than their normal crust. So I mean, you
27 4 or 5 guys, or is that
you only get 3. So 20. So you're basically 27 pieces per person. So you're almost one piece a minute, and it's just I was double deckering it, but I mean I couldn't chew fast enough. I didn't want to choke. So so it is what it is. I'd rather not choke and fail the challenge and stuff.
I like to enjoy my food.
Yeah.
So they don't give you the real thin kind of cracker crust thin slice.
I know you're in Missouri, so like it's not Emo's. I think I could do it if it was an Emo's
there
pizza.
You go. I like
that's what I've always thought too. Emo's or Cecil Whitaker's is like, you give me something that big, I can knock that. I could knock that out.
I think I could have done that.
Go to Chicago and get Lou Malnati's. You get one and done, basically.
Yeah,
it's like lasagna on crust.
Yeah,
Illuminati's or Giordano's in Chicago. You're gonna have one big old deep band, slice and be pretty much done for sure.
Well, I know the picture afterwards.
Mm-hmm. I look defeated.
You look miserable.
Yeah, he told us at the time we were one of the only groups that pretty much almost ate all the way through. I was like, well, I guess I'll take that. My brother-in-law, which he's the thinnest by over 100 pounds between me and my dad. He ate the most, but he left a lot of crust too. He ate a lot, but he left a lot of crust to come back to later. Of course, we didn't get back to it later. So
gotcha.
I think one person's done it.
Yeah, one.
And they did it like a week or so after.
And then they went back the next day. There's no way. Like they have good wings and they have good good potato skins and stuff. I would have went there for that, but no pizza. No.
Switching back over to the kind of the sports talks a little bit, but I just wanted to tell you, Chris, that how much I appreciate what you do for the kids that don't get recognized, because I see that more and more often on your page. Kind of one thing that I have done over the years too personally is kind of just reaching out to the youth that maybe don't have as much or maybe don't get recognized, but I see that on your page more times than not, probably more than anything else, is recognizing those ones that may not be player of the game, may not be an MVP, may not play at the varsity level, but I see it at the junior high level. I see it at the JV level. I think that's awesome, man. And that's what I think. And this is the first time I've met you in person too. We've been trying to meet for 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
you're welcome.
Yeah. but no, I see your heart and what your heart is for these kids in Southern Illinois, man. I appreciate that.
All right.
So thank you for doing what you do,
and
man.
for the sports. I mean, this is a true sports man.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
And I can from the broadcast side, Southern Illinois sports and the way it's presented in Southern Illinois has changed big time. A lot of stations are gone now, even down in Anna Jonesboro. I think they may have one AM station left, or they did. I know their one FM station went away. So in smaller towns, smaller areas, like the Cobdens and, et cetera, not much media coverage. And in Southern Illinois as a whole, sports talk radio, you got a couple of stations. So, it's great to see that you took the initiative to kind of create your own page, bring Southern Illinois sports to the forefront, which is awesome.
With social media like Facebook, Instagram, you don't have to be a broadcaster to do this. You can be a sharer of other people's stuff that, I know a lot of parents that they may brag on their kid, but they don't want to push that send button and brag on their kid over Facebook. So they may send you something. Hey, can you share this?
Right.
Because their kid is going to see that and they're going to see, somebody else recognized me. Does that happen a lot?
Yeah. That happens a lot where people send it in. I get a lot of stuff from that. I do, of course I do go places and do my own coverage as well. But yeah, a lot of stuff is like parents submitted or family members submitted and just proud of their kids. And, some people see it as bragging, but to me, it's okay to brag on your kid.
Yeah. What parent don't?
If a parent does not brag on their kid, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not fair.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. It's human.
Yeah. Kids need that.
Yes.
And I will say, brag on your kid a little bit, as I know you've seen it on Instagram, and coaches and parents on these umpires, on these referees. The days of whenever Bart, me and you could go to a game, watch a Terry Hopkins get thrown out of a ball game, laugh about it. The referees laugh about it. Look at him and say, hey, you're fixing to get tossed. Say one more word.
Yep.
He would say a word, would toss him. Next game, right back there, no hard feelings.
He just wanted a quicker trip to the moose.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And nowadays, everybody gets butt hurt. You get parents that are screaming at the referees or screaming at the coaches because little Johnny's not getting to play.
Right.
Well, did little Johnny put forth the effort to play?
Yeah.
Yep.
And these phones make people bolder. I mean,
I
think
keyboard warriors.
I think we were talking about COVID. I think the COVID period made people bolder too, and that ties into the phones and all of that.
Yep.
But
pretty tough behind that keyboard sometimes.
But you know what? To Rich's point, in the world that we live in today, kids need to have that emotional support, and with allowing their parents to hopefully brag on them, or seeing you bring it to light. Even if you don't get things from a parent, you bring their name up, and that's really a strong support for them.
We'll be right back with more of the Patch Podcast after this.
Ready for your next ride? Visit Bill Gladich Honda in West Frankfort. From Honda motorcycles and ATVs to side-by-sides and lawn equipment, they've served Southern Illinois for over 80 years. Plus, enjoy no dock fees and no hidden fees. Visit GladichHonda.com today. Bill Gladich Honda, where Southern Illinois rides. Ready for a great night? Head to Sea Tavern in West Frankfort. Enjoy cold drinks, gaming, pool, darts, and a friendly hometown atmosphere. Sea Tavern on Main Street. Good friends, good times. See you tonight. Building, fixing, or remodeling? Make Red Robin Home Center in West Frankfort your first stop. From lumber, tools, paint, plumbing, and electrical supplies to trusted brands like Milwaukee and DeWalt, they've got what you need. Stop in today at Red Robin Home Center in West Frankfort. Red Robin Home Center, helping Southern Illinois build. Looking for family fun? Head to West Frankfort Bowl. Whether it's league night, open bowling, birthday parties, or a night out with friends, there's always fun waiting at West Frankfort Bowl. Roll in today and let the good times roll. West Frankfort Bowl, where Southern Illinois comes to play. Start your day the sweet way at Dixie Cream Donut Shop in West Frankfort. Fresh donuts, delicious pastries, hot coffee, and hometown hospitality have made Dixie Cream a Southern Illinois tradition since 1955. Stop by today and taste the difference. Dixie Cream Donut Shop, fresh every day, made with hometown pride.
The Patch Podcast, where the games, the stories, and the fun all meet.
Your Special Olympics coverage.
yes, yeah.
I mean, it give me goosebumps just reading about these kids.
Yeah.
From special, and I was involved with Special Olympics here 10, 12 years ago. It made a guy like me think, you know what? If I've got the time, I'm going to go back.
Yeah, right.
All
right. We went up to Centralia and went to the cornhole Special Olympics, and that was just a blessing to be able to help. And me and my wife were there. We actually presented the medals and it was just, so
cool.
heartwarming
That's
because,
awesome.
they're so thrilled,
Yeah.
and it didn't matter if they didn't get a gold, if they just got a bronze or the fourth place, they were just thrilled. And it was just, it is very, very heartwarming and very touching to do something like that. And I really like to highlight the Special Olympics athletes' accomplishments as well. So, and some of the athletes will even send in to me, and you can tell it means something to them to send it to me and have it posted on the page.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, the Special Olympics makes them kids feel like they're wanted, and they want to be involved in sports also.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Some of them are really, really like excited. I mean, because my dad helped out with that for 20-something years because he took care of special needs kids and at the high school or all through grade school, high school for 27 years, and that Special Olympics has a special place in my heart too because of what my dad has done. I don't know how he had patience with them because he didn't have patience with me and my brother.
Hey, you're talking to a guy that I have a degree to work in that field, and what I learned real quick is I'm either mad or I'm crying. And I said, you know what? I'll go to the roads. I'll go back to laboring.
Yep.
That I love it.
It's
I can
tough.
be around it. I don't have the heart for that kid. Do you see one that doesn't know what he's doing?
You have the heart. You just don't have.
To have the one kid, to see the kid break down, and start crying. I'm gonna be right there with him.
Yeah.
And then the one kid that has a traumatic brain injury that starts throwing punches for no reason at all. I'm gonna be the type that I'm gonna grab him. Hey, we're not gonna do that, and you can't do that.
I'll bite you,
and you can't do that. And I learned from a perspective for me.
It takes a special person.
It is a special person to do that.
It does.
And I've been to a couple of Special Olympics. I know in high school they had was involved with Special Olympics. They had it up at Benton. That was one of the few times that me and JoJo Johnson ever got along together.
Chris,
because it was for the kids.
Yeah, right.
Chris, did you take your kids along with you when you went there?
No, it was during the school day, so they had to be at school. I can't remember. I think it was during the winter. I think it was February or March when we went, but they were still in school, so they couldn't go.
Even though they didn't go, I can guarantee you they're learning from you and your example of what you're doing.
Right.
I hope and pray that they are learning. I'm sure they are. You know, and I see you even post your boy got a hit the other day. Walk off hit or something. Yeah, that was cool, man. And that's great that you can still post about them. And
we had a tough year. I don't know. We won a game, but it was against a younger crew. But that boy, he can hit. Now
I saw that.
He's I'll just say it like this. He's born to be a DH. So he goes hunting for the hits. But he's born to be a DH. But,
well, I mean, he's gonna have some size on him.
Yeah, and he works at it, and he's proud of it. And
what about a little bit of basketball going?
He's big. We play at Upward Christian League in Cairo. Yep. He's done that for 2 or 3 years. So I think he can play grade school ball this year, but I think we'll probably do Upward, and he may sit the bench for grade school this year.
Wow. And your daughter, she's a softball player, right?
She is. Yeah.
Yep.
She does everything, but softball is her main sport. She's a left-handed pitcher. So.
Is she on a travel team this year?
Yeah, she's out of Missouri. I'm Missouri Bulls.
Okay.
We're close to
familiar with them.
Yeah, we're close to Cape Girardeau, Missouri. So it's 40 minutes for us to go to Cape, and we live between Cape and Paducah, so we're between all the states, so we go to both and all of that. So
we got some good complexes over there too.
Yeah,
I know the Paducah Plex over there.
I haven't checked that out yet. I'd like to.
It's pretty nice. And of course, Colin played for a team out of Marshall County, Kentucky.
Okay,
for a few years. So, the Cape Girardeau. I think all their fields over there turf now.
They just redid them. Yeah, she's playing in a travel. I guess it's kind of like a travel Cape league, and she's playing on her fields every Wednesday nights. So
that's nice over there.
So when you come up with these polls that you do, I really enjoyed the one recently about the best quarterback in Southern Illinois.
Yeah. Are you talking about the one where I just asked for some great quarterbacks from the area?
Great quarterbacks from Marion. Yeah, I mean, we had them from Marion. There were people, obviously, a lot of responses were from more recent quarterbacks, but I know West Frankfort, a lot of them came out with Leonard Hopkins, who was a great quarterback coming out of West Frankfort that went on to play at SIU.
Yeah. I like to go down the nostalgia street, and I like to post old stuff. I like to just get people thinking about old times, and a lot of the stuff is recent, but then you see some names in there that that people remember, jogs a memory from the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, and then I find people send me magazines, or I find magazines from 80s, 90s, and I post them, and people love to see that old stuff and talk about the old stuff.
And your polls that you do too, I will say this one too. I got to bring this one up. So I live in Benton, but I went to school in Frankfort.
Yeah.
West Frankfort won the better logo between Benton and West Frankfort.
Yeah,
so,
they did.
You know, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't even close.
And I get.
So.
People are like, well, that's not the Benton logo. I'm like, well, that's not the one they use.
Right,
but every time I use the other one, I get yelled at.
Yeah, the Star B.
Because they don't like the star.
Yeah. So I can tell you a little history on that Star B, and this is the honest truth, and I've probably never told anybody this, but when me and a guy, Jason Teifel, Mason Teifel, who was a really good wrestler, him and Mason and my son were best friends growing up, still pretty good friends. Me and Jason used to coach him growing up baseball, and we were looking for a different logo. And we're like, how about the Houston Astros do a Star B on there? So we did it, and we were the first ones that did it. And then I don't know who saw it. I think it was the athletic director at the high school. They just kind of ran with it, and it became the logo. So
you created it.
I apologize, Benton.
So we're going to say this. We're going to say, for those fans that are from Benton, that a West Frankfort kid came up with your logo. So
That's
even
right.
though the
I did it on purpose.
Was better, the West Frankfort kid,
and there's a hidden red bird behind it.
It's subliminal.
It was. I think we were the first Star B, and everybody liked it. Well, not everybody apparently, but who knew it was going to become the new logo on their gym floor? Which that took oh gosh. Yeah, I remember when
I saw that a lot of people, especially, were saying that the West Frankfort logo was taken from, what was that?
Illinois State. And Benton's logo is University of Wyoming. I mean, it's slight differences in those two logos. So
talking about the cowboy?
The cowboy.
Yeah, okay.
There's slight differences.
Yeah.
So.
West Frankfort has changed their logo throughout the years.
Tim Murphy was good about
they've made that red bird now to where it looks tough and everything. I like the old school. Yeah, that's the way that looks now. I like just the old school red bird.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm old school.
Well, there's a lot of cool
Katie, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with
you. Those logos off of like pro logo. Like there's like up north, there's a Salt Fork is what it's called. And they get the San Francisco 49er logo, but they turned it green. So all is good.
Yeah. Well, back when my dad played football back in the early 70s, their football helmets had the old, looked like St. Louis Cardinal, not baseball, but the old St. Louis Cardinal football logo on it. Yeah. I used to have one of his old helmets. Now it's like the Arizona Cardinal. That's what Frankfort used to have back then. And their uniforms were maroon.
Well, they were maroon.
Not quite maroon.
Not quite maroon, no.
Yeah, not quite, because SIU is the maroon.
Yes.
But Frankfurt's were more of that deeper, not even a cardinal red, but more
I got one hanging up. You can see it.
Yep.
So is that like the old Eagles logo on the helmet
kind of sort of. They went to that at one time also. Yep. They've changed.
That one on the right, Chris, is from 1986. I've had that since I was 8 years old. That's from the playoff team in 86.
Okay.
I used to have a white helmet that was my dad's that had the old, looked like Arizona Cardinal on it, but it was Frankfort Redbird also.
I was figuring that was going to be the leather one.
Maybe. Dad,
no, considering I'm the oldest one in the room, I know, Danny, you like to joke.
Well, you're not in the room, though.
That old. Well, close enough. I'm in my padded room, remember?
Yeah, he's in the cycle ward.
The only thing, like I've told you before, the only thing you're missing is that jacket that makes you hug yourself.
And a thumb.
You know what? I thought you were buying me that for Christmas.
I still might.
That sounds good. I'll take one of
them. But no, Chris, you here in the last week or so, you've been doing the Mike Duff, Kevin Kingston, Smith, Greg Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that I know. I don't know. You probably met him. I don't know if you did, Mugen. I know you did. Shane Grody.
Oh yeah,
passed away here a few years ago.
Yeah, he was my weightlifting.
He was our.
No, I know Shane Grody. I believe that's his. I went to graduated high school with his sister, Shannon.
Yeah,
that's okay. But he moved back to Frankfort in I'm gonna say 90, and started the weight program here. went with a team. We went over to Evansville, and him and Greg Smith were real good friends.
Okay,
and we went through to where they have the memorial, I guess you could call it, stuff. But just bringing stuff up like that, I mean, these kids don't know this nowadays.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
sad. It's sad, but it's part of sports history. And Mike Duff, I mean, you hear so much good stuff about how great he was, and none of us got to witness it, but hope to honor his legacy by continuing to make posts about him and Kingston and Greg and
You know what's freaky about that is Jerry Sloan was coaching and then he quit
Yeah, Jerry Sloan. He took the head coaching job.
Yeah.
And quit a week later. Yeah. Said that in his Hall of Fame speech.
Yep.
You may not have known this, Chris, but the former general manager for WFRX Radio was Art Smith, and Greg was named after him because Art Smith's real pronounced name is Artis Smith. And Greg's and I didn't know that Greg was named after him until you posted it, Artis Greg Smith. And I used to work at FRX when Art was still there. And yeah, that was one thing that his dad wouldn't really talk about. People would bring it up and he would be courteous and be nice and talk about it for a little bit, but he never really would go down that road to get really in depth on the kind of person Greg was or anything like that.
Well, see, Greg wasn't supposed to be on that plane. One of the other players had got injured or was sick, and they called Greg at the last minute to go on that trip.
So, Chris, what's your plan going forward this fall? Are you going to cover some junior high baseball, football? What's your main thing you're going to go after this fall?
Yeah, I think I went to half the weeks in football last school year. So I'll probably try to do that, maybe more of going to different places. And I went to a lot of different places last year, but I'd like to go to some more different places. I would like to come up here. I had never seen the football field. Now I have because I went by there.
Well, when you come, let me know, and we'll have a little cookout.
Okay.
He has cookouts
I'm
just
thinking
about every
jambalaya.
game.
And I think
not your gumbo.
I think this should be a good year for West Frankfort.
I think so.
I've got some very faithful football followers in Massac County, and my son is playing youth football there, so I'd like to go there.
Yeah.
I haven't really figured out my schedule yet. I'm going to tell you what, over there in Randolph County, Sparta and Chester, those are the most supportive fans. I went to both last year, and they were just so awesome and just welcoming, and, had never met me, but were so – and I'm probably going to try to go over there to both of them at some point next year.
Sparta should be pretty good this year.
Yeah. They should be good. I don't know about Chester. Chester, they lost some kids, but then they still have some very good playmakers. So, and it's an awesome atmosphere. The administration was so welcoming. And so, yeah, I'll do that. Football's a little easier for me to get to. My daughter's an 8th grader, and she's a starting pitcher. So I'll probably be at a lot of her games. But, of course, I'll cover everything. It's just I work till 5 p.m. every day, so it's hard to get to those baseball and softball games. And especially when you got your kid playing, you want to get to her games as much as you can. So, but yeah, I'll cover everything. Always trying to up what I did the year before. Always trying to not sit complacent, just keep pushing and doing stuff and just seeing what people like and going from there is kind of how I do things.
That's awesome. Then we move into the wintertime. I'm kind of in the same boat as you, working. I was on the road a lot last year. It was tough for me to get to some wrestling matches.
Yeah.
And now I'm working till 5:30 in Centralia, but I'm off on Fridays.
There you go.
So I'm probably going to step back a little bit from the wrestling. I'm going to do more, but it might not be all West Frankfort this year. So if I'm ever on the road down your area or something, and you want to come to a wrestling match, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I went to one last year in Anna, and I guess it would have been I don't know if it's called a duel. There was 3 teams there, and
triangular.
I would like to go to maybe a bigger one. I know they have one at Murdale.
That's a good one
called Murdale. I'd like to maybe go to that this year or something similar to where there's a bunch of teams. But I hear it's hard to I was taking videos of matches, and I hear there's multiple matches going on the same time at these other places. So I'm like, I don't even know
it's
how
hard to cover.
Yeah,
Danny and Bart have seen me scramble, and I actually missed Sophie Bocelli's sectional match there at Granite City this year.
Okay.
We had matches going on everywhere, and hers. I mean, it lasted like that.
22 seconds.
It's easy to miss.
Yeah.
But Danny still likes to give me a hard time about that one.
I remember I was right there with you, Rich.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't listen because I'm typing.
No.
I'm telling them.
There's a delay.
Hey, she's coming up. She's
like
on.
Like a 10,
it's over with.
Yeah.
10 or 15 second delay, I think, is what it is. So
I think Sophia didn't.
And she lasted 22. So
I think Sophia wasn't mad about it.
No, I know she wasn't. Well, whenever
one.
she was in here that day, whenever we left, she came over the house and she said, "Do not have them ever air that."
And that about does it for episode 10. Tune in next week for episode 11 when we continue our conversation with Chris Dexter. For Danny, Bart, Rich, Chris Dexter, I'm Moo. Moog. Thanks again for joining us on the Patch Podcast.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Patch Podcast. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the show, subscribe, share it, and tell a friend. Until next time, stay active, stay entertained, and we'll see you back here in the Patch.